Hello, and welcome to WIAA Extra Points. I'm Tom Shafransky, WIAA Assistant Director and Golf Liaison. I'd like to take you through a couple of key points today regarding coach contact for golf coaches in particular. This coach contact is a regular question that comes our way, and I thought that it would be a good idea to just review a new flow chart that the WIAA has put together and is available for you to look things over. If you'll follow along with my cursor on my screen, I've identified the coaching contact, the start of the flowchart area. There are two separate areas to coaching contact. The first is during the school year, where you have during the season contact. This obviously pertains to coaches being allowed to have contact during the season. And then there is outside of the season where no coaching contact is allowed. With any athletes, they will be coaching in the upcoming or following school season, except for their own children. In addition, there is no distinction between varsity and or JV coaches. JV coaches, remember, cannot coach varsity athletes and vice versa, nor any distinction between paid and non-paid coaches. There is an exception, and that is varsity and JV coaches can have coaching contact with students who have just completed 8th grade or any preceding grade up until they start their 9th grade year. The 9th grade year begins with the first day of practice or the first day of school, whichever comes first. Then we go to outside of the school year, and this is primarily during the summertime period. Okay, so when acting as a school coach, there are sanctioned school contact days. These are 5 days that do not have to be consecutive during the summertime period. The 5 days need to be the same for all levels within a sport. They go from the last day of school through July 31st. The summer is defined as when school is not in normal session. These may be during these times, coaches can use school equipment, school funds, school transportation, and school facilities. They are open to any and all interested students, and they may not be mandated nor a requirement for making a school team and or earning a school letter. Then, when you're acting as a non-school coach, non-school programming takes place the last day of school to the first day of fall, when school begins in the fall. These, you cannot use school equipment, school funds, or school transportation. School equipment may be used with school board education, with the Board of Education's permission. School facilities may be utilized per school board policies for non-school organizations, but you have to pay, the coach has to pay for the rent, the custodial fees, and the insurance that might go along with this. It has to be open to any and all interested students. It may not be mandated nor a requirement for making a school team and or earning a school letter. And once again, it cannot be your high school team in disguise. In addition, there are some other key points that we just want to make with these. Organizational meetings, for instance. In season, they are not counted as a practice day. They can include film sessions and scouting reports. Out of season, you can have organizational meetings for fundraising, informational meetings on camps and clinics, and equipment fittings, in football, such as helmets, shoulder pads, etc. But they can't be issued until the first day of practice in those particular instances. In golf, equipment fittings might be just trying and showing clubs and things like this. So this can have an application for organizational meetings. Open gyms. To date, the date, time, and gym may be arranged by the head coach. It may not be mandated. There is no instruction allowed by any person, whether coach or non-coach. A coach can play, compete, and train with the team as long as no instruction is provided. Only and it's restricted to 9th through 12th grade students. Next, providing out-of-season workouts. An example of workouts may be provided, and coaches may provide links to virtual workouts. They must be available to the general public, but may not advance the athlete through stages. They may not be in calendar form or daily workout plan. No instruction is allowed by any member of the coaching staff, and they may not be mandated. Then there are virtual workouts. During the season, a coach may hold virtual workouts following their in-season rules. This does not count towards acclimatization nor reclimatization practices when those come into play. In golf, we don't have those. Out of season, coaches may provide links to virtual workouts. They must be available to the general public, but may not advance students through stages. Team building wise, if there are team building exercises that you're looking to have, they may be held in or out of season. They are not counted as a practice day. They may not include any sport-specific materials, and they may be virtual. And then weight training. There's a date, time, and individual workout may be arranged by the head coach. They may not be mandated. No incentives may be provided for performance or attendance, and coaches may train with the team. Only students from host schools may attend. They're restricted to 9th through 12th grade students, and no sport-specific technique instruction is allowed. These are some of the issues that are surfacing around coaching contact that we want you to be aware of. I hope it is helpful for you to be able to see how this new contact flow chart works and allow you an opportunity to understand coaching contact just a little bit better. Thanks for watching. Hit them long and straight.